But the Linda Evangelista of today says she's a far cry from her former self.
Do you see the angle of my arms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't put them next to my body because this bulge is making them veer off.
From small-town girl to global icon, Linda Evangelista's journey through the world of fashion is nothing short of legendary. But her rise to fame wasn't without its battles. Inside the glamorous world of supermodels, she faced challenges that would shake even the most resilient. In today's video, we're uncovering the untold story of Linda Evangelista, the supermodel who redefined the industry, overcame personal struggles, and continues to leave an indelible mark on the world of fashion. Stay tuned, because you won't want to miss this incredible journey. Born in St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, on May 10, 1965, Linda Evangelista became one of the most recognized names in the world of fashion. She was destined for greatness, even though her early life was far from glamorous. Growing up in a working-class Roman Catholic family, Linda showed an interest in modeling at a young age. At just 12 years old, she enrolled in a self-improvement course that included a modeling component. Little did anyone know, this would be the spark that ignited a career that would reshape the world of modeling. Her journey into the modeling world officially began in 1981 when she competed in the Miss Teen Niagara pageant. While she didn't win, a scout from Elite Model Management saw something special in her and urged her to take modeling more seriously. By the age of 16, Linda was traveling to Japan to begin her career in earnest. Though she faced some uncomfortable and difficult moments early on, including one troubling incident that left her questioning the industry, Linda's determination drove her to push forward. After a brief break, she returned to modeling with a fresh perspective and a newfound passion. Evangelista's rise to the top came swiftly. By the mid-'80s, she had relocated to New York City, where she signed with Elite Model Management. In 1988, she made a bold decision that would change the course of her career. She cut her hair short, a look that was revolutionary at the time. Her new hairstyle, known as the Linda, became iconic, and the modeling world had never seen anything quite like it. It marked the beginning of an era, the supermodel era, where models weren't just fashion mannequins, but global celebrities in their own right. Linda's transformation into the Linda was symbolic of her ability to adapt and take risks, showcasing her chameleon-like quality that set her apart from other models. Throughout the late 80s and early 90s, Linda Evangelista dominated the fashion scene. She appeared on the covers of over 700 magazines worldwide, including prestigious publications like Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and Cosmopolitan. Her striking features and incredible versatility made her the muse of legendary photographers, including Stephen Meisel, whose partnership with Linda would help define her as one of the most influential models of her generation. Her collaborations with Meisel, who would shoot Linda for some of the most groundbreaking editorial spreads in fashion history, cemented her status as an undisputed supermodel. What truly set Linda apart from other models, though, was her approach to modeling. She was not just a pretty face. She was deeply involved in every aspect of her work, from selecting makeup and styling to positioning and lighting. Her keen sense of what worked on camera earned her the respect of the fashion industry's elite. Makeup artists, stylists, and photographers all praised Linda for her professionalism, her eye for detail, and her dedication to perfecting her craft. This level of involvement is rare in the modeling world, and it was one of the reasons why her collaborations were so successful. Evangelista's ability to adapt to different looks and create compelling images for different designers, photographers, and brands helped her remain a dominant force in fashion for years. Her involvement in the fashion world went beyond just modeling. She was an integral part of campaigns, runway shows, and magazine spreads, elevating the standard of what it meant to be a supermodel. Her reputation as one of the Big Five models, alongside Christy Turlington, Naomi Campbell, Cindy Crawford, and Claudia Schiffer, made her an enduring symbol of the supermodel phenomenon. Despite her immense success in front of the camera, Linda Evangelista never sought fame for the sake of fame. She wasn't interested in branching out into acting or pursuing other high-profile ventures like some of her peers. She was solely dedicated to her craft. This focused ambition, combined with her remarkable adaptability and professionalism, set her apart in an era when many models were diversifying into other industries. In 1998, after dominating the modeling industry for over a decade, Linda made the decision to take a break from the limelight, but this wasn't the end of her career. In 2002, she made a part-time return to modeling, signaling that her influence in the industry would continue for years to come. By 2008, she had been named the greatest supermodel of all time by viewers of Fashion File, solidifying her place in the pantheon of modeling legends. Linda Evangelista's career is a testament to the power of reinvention, determination, and passion. She remains one of the most celebrated and influential models in the history of fashion. Today, she is remembered not just for her beauty, but for her undeniable impact on the fashion world. Her legacy continues to inspire new generations of models and fashion enthusiasts, reminding us that the true mark of an icon lies not just in their beauty, but in their ability to leave a lasting imprint on an entire industry. Linda Evangelista's impact on the fashion industry is undeniable, and she has earned a reputation as one of the greatest models of all time. Her remarkable career has been defined not only by her striking beauty, but by her professionalism, versatility, and influential collaborations. Her work has been celebrated by numerous icons in the fashion world, including industry legends such as Philip Treacy and Karl Lagerfeld. Philip Treacy, the renowned British milliner, once referred to Linda Evangelista as the ultimate model of the past 50 years. His praise highlights the timeless quality of her work and her lasting influence on fashion. For Treacy, Evangelista was more than just a face. She was an integral part of the design process, helping to elevate every fashion statement she embodied. Karl Lagerfeld, the celebrated creative director of Chanel, echoed these sentiments when he described Linda as the most famous of all and the best model in the world. His words reflect Linda's stature in the fashion industry. Lagerfeld praised her as a true model, pure and simple, emphasizing her focus on her craft. Unlike many models of her time who sought to branch out into other industries, Linda remained entirely dedicated to her modeling career, mastering every aspect of her work. Her commitment to her profession was evident in her iconic collaborations with some of the biggest names in fashion, and she never attempted to diversify her brand in ways that might have diluted her influence. Fashion stylist Paul Cavacco also paid tribute to Linda's exceptional ability to collaborate. He described her as the greatest collaborator of all time, acknowledging how she worked seamlessly with designers, photographers, and stylists to create unforgettable images. Her involvement in every aspect of a shoot, from makeup and hair to lighting and styling, set her apart from other models. Linda was always present, always engaged, and always a crucial part of the vision being realized. This level of dedication and attention to detail made her the go-to model for top designers and photographers, and it's why she is still revered as one of the most respected figures in fashion history. However, despite her extraordinary career, Linda Evangelista's life has not been without its struggles. In recent years, she has retreated from the public eye, largely due to a personal health crisis. Evangelista became a recluse after undergoing a cosmetic fat freezing procedure called cool sculpting, which went terribly wrong. Instead of achieving the desired results, she experienced a rare and painful side effect known as paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, PAH. This condition caused the treated fat areas to become larger and harder, leading to significant physical and emotional distress. The procedure, which was meant to sculpt her body, instead caused irreversible changes, which forced Linda into seclusion. For someone who had once graced the covers of over 700 magazines and was constantly in the public eye, this was a devastating turn of events. Along with the cool sculpting controversy, Linda's personal life has also been marred by the actions of her ex-husband, Gerard Marie, who has been accused of predatory behavior. Marie, a powerful figure in the fashion world, allegedly abused his position to take advantage of young models. These allegations cast a long shadow over Linda's personal history, and they add another layer of complexity to her story. Though Linda Evangelista is now more private and reclusive, her legacy in the fashion industry remains unchanged. Her work continues to inspire new generations of models, and her status as one of the greatest supermodels of all time is secure. Her story, though marked by personal struggles, serves as a powerful reminder of her indelible impact on the fashion world and her unparalleled contributions to the modeling industry. Linda Evangelista's journey to superstardom started long before she graced the covers of hundreds of magazines. Born to Italian parents on May 10, 1965, In St. Catharines, Ontario, Linda was the second of 3 children in a working-class Roman Catholic family. Growing up in a modest home, she was not immediately exposed to the glitz and glamour of the fashion world. However, her early interest in beauty and self-presentation would eventually propel her into a career that would make her one of the most iconic supermodels of all time. At the age of 12, Evangelista enrolled in a self-improvement course at a local modeling school, where she learned the basics of poise, etiquette, and presentation. These formative years sparked her interest in modeling, and she began to see it as a potential career path. Her natural beauty and ambition made her a standout, but it wasn't until 1981, when she competed in the Miss Teen Niagara pageant, that her future in modeling started to take shape. Although she didn't win the crown, a scout from Elite Model Management saw the potential in the young teenager. This was the pivotal moment that changed the course of her life. At just 16, Evangelista moved to Japan to pursue modeling professionally, marking the beginning of her international career. However, her early experiences weren't without difficulty. She encountered an uncomfortable situation during one of her assignments, which led her to briefly reconsider her path. It was a tough time for Evangelista, but instead of walking away, she took a break from the industry and returned to Canada for a couple of years to regroup. In 1984, Evangelista made the bold decision to try again. She relocated to New York City, determined to restart her career. This time, she signed with Elite Model Management, and it didn't take long for her to catch the attention of some of the biggest names in fashion. Her unique look, combined with a fresh sense of confidence, made her a sought-after model. By 1988, she made a significant change that would further solidify her place in the industry. She chopped her long hair into a short, bold style, which became her signature look and was famously dubbed the Linda. Her decision to embrace this new look was groundbreaking, setting the stage for her rise to supermodel status. Evangelista's ability to reinvent herself and take risks in her appearance made her stand out among her peers, and she quickly became a major force in the fashion world. This marked the beginning of a long, successful career that would lead her to work with the top photographers, designers, and magazines, cementing her place as one of the most iconic models of the 1990s. Linda Evangelista's transformation from a rising model to an iconic supermodel began in 1988, when she signed with Elite Model Management. That same year, under the guidance of renowned photographer Peter Lindbergh, she made a daring change to her look, cutting her long hair into a short, sleek style that would soon become synonymous with her name. This new look was coined the Linda, and it was not just a hairstyle. It marked the beginning of her era in fashion and helped define the supermodel phenomenon of the late 1980s and early 1990s. Evangelista's ability to reinvent herself with each shoot and campaign earned her the title of chameleon in the fashion industry. She was known for her versatility and her capacity to embody any look, from high fashion to commercial chic. This rare adaptability allowed her to seamlessly transition between various styles and themes, setting her apart from other models who were often typecast into specific categories. Linda's ability to transform made her a fixture in the most prestigious shows and magazine spreads. Her breakthrough came quickly, with her first major magazine cover for L'Official in November 1984. Following this success, she appeared on the covers of a variety of major international publications such as Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, Cosmopolitan, Marie Claire, and Glamour. Her face became synonymous with fashion and luxury, and within just a few years, she had graced the covers of over 700 magazines worldwide, establishing herself as one of the most recognizable models in the world. As her career soared, Linda Evangelista became one of the most sought-after models of the time. In 1985, she began collaborating with the legendary Karl Lagerfeld, the creative director of Chanel. Lagerfeld praised her professionalism and work ethic, calling her one of the most professional models he had ever worked with. Evangelista's attention to detail, her ability to understand and execute a designer's vision, and her sheer dedication to the craft made her a favorite among top designers and photographers alike. Her collaborations with other fashion icons, including photographers like Steven Meisel and Herb Ritz, solidified her place at the pinnacle of the fashion world. She was one of the 5 original supermodels who helped define the 1990s, and her role in shaping the landscape of modeling during that time cannot be overstated. As the face of numerous high-end brands, Evangelista's influence transcended the runway and editorial spreads, and she became a symbol of the glamorous, larger-than-life world of fashion. Linda Evangelista's career reached monumental heights as she became one of the first editorial models to successfully cross over into the high-fashion runway scene, a rare feat for models primarily known for their magazine work. Her collaboration with Gianni Versace marked a key moment in this crossover. Versace, known for his bold, glamorous designs, made Evangelista his muse, booking her for major runway shows and ad campaigns. In 1987, Evangelista first appeared in a Versace ad campaign, a pivotal moment that solidified her status as a top-tier model. Her striking features and ability to bring Versace's designs to life made her one of the most sought-after faces in fashion. 1988 was another transformative year for Evangelista, both professionally and personally. Peter Lindbergh, a photographer whose collaborations with Evangelista were legendary, suggested she cut her long hair short. The new hairstyle, which was later dubbed the Linda, became iconic in its own right and helped define the supermodel era. The bold move not only set a new trend, but also allowed Evangelista to further distinguish herself from her peers. Her chameleon-like ability to reinvent her look with each campaign set her apart from other models and helped her stay at the top of her game for years. Along with her successful runway work, Evangelista became a key member of the modeling world's elite Holy Trinity, a term coined for her, Christy Turlington, and Naomi Campbell. Together, the three models graced the cover of the January 1990 issue of British Vogue, an image that is often considered the defining representation of the supermodel era. The cover shoot, which captured the essence of the era's glamorous, larger-than-life models, is remembered as one of the most iconic in fashion history. Beyond the runway and magazine covers, Evangelista's influence extended into pop culture. In 1990, she appeared in George Michael's music video for his hit song Freedom 90, which also featured her fellow supermodels Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, and Christy Turlington. The video became an anthem of the supermodel era, and Evangelista's presence in it further cemented her status as a global icon. Her appearance in the video showcased not just her modeling talents, but also her cultural impact, as she became a symbol of the era's fashion and beauty. These career highlights, among many others, demonstrate Evangelista's exceptional ability to shape the fashion industry and her lasting influence on both modeling and popular culture. By the early 90s, Linda Evangelista had not only established herself as a household name, but had become a global symbol of beauty and fashion. Her status as a supermodel reached new heights when she starred in the 1991 documentary Models, which offered a rare behind-the-scenes look at the lives of the industry's top models. This documentary, along with her appearance in a special Paris episode of MTV's House of Style, introduced her to an even broader audience, solidifying her place in pop culture. Evangelista's charm, intelligence, and down-to-earth persona resonated with viewers, showcasing her as more than just a pretty face on magazine covers. As her fame grew, Evangelista's commercial success also soared. In 1992, she secured a $5 million endorsement deal with Clairol, further cementing her status as one of the most influential models in the world. The campaign not only boosted Clairol's visibility, but also helped Evangelista establish herself as a powerful figure in the advertising world. Her ability to seamlessly transition from high-fashion editorials to mainstream commercial work made her one of the most versatile and marketable models of the time. She also appeared in the fashion documentary Unzipped, which chronicled the creative process of designer Isaac Mizrahi's 1994 fashion show. Her presence in the film offered a glimpse into her behind-the-scenes collaborations with designers and her genuine passion for fashion. In 1998, after a decade of dominating the runway and editorial spreads, Evangelista decided to step away from the limelight, retiring from modeling to spend time on the French Riviera. However, her influence on the fashion industry remained undiminished, and her legacy was honored throughout the years. In 1996, she was presented with the VH1 Fashion Award for Lifetime Achievement, a recognition of her extraordinary contributions to the world of fashion. The award acknowledged her as one of the defining figures of the supermodel era. Evangelista's impact continued to be recognized long after her retirement. In 2003, she was inducted into the Canadian Walk of Fame, a fitting tribute to her roots and her immense global influence. Then, in 2008, she was voted the greatest supermodel of all time by viewers of the CBC television show Fashion File. This accolade further solidified her status as a true icon of the fashion industry, cementing her place as one of the most successful and influential models of all time. Evangelista's rise to fame is a testament to her talent, work ethic, and ability to transcend the world of fashion to become a cultural force. Her career not only reshaped the modeling industry, but also elevated the status of models to new levels of celebrity. Linda Evangelista's personal life, while often overshadowed by her immense career success, has also been marked by significant challenges, particularly her tumultuous marriage to Gerard Marie, the head of the Paris branch of Elite Model Management. In 1987, at the age of 22, Evangelista married Marie, who was 15 years her senior. At the time, he was a powerful figure in the fashion industry, managing some of the world's top models. However, their marriage would later unravel amid troubling revelations. Marie, now infamously referred to as the Harvey Weinstein of the fashion business, has been accused of exploiting his position to prey on young, vulnerable models. Allegations suggest that he used his power within the industry to manipulate and abuse women, particularly targeting those he believed were pure or virgins, because, in his warped view, they were more photogenic. Evangelista, who was deeply immersed in the fashion world at the time, later claimed she had no idea about the extent of Marie's predatory behavior during their marriage. She was blindsided by the shocking revelations that emerged after their divorce in 1993. Marie's actions, which were said to have spanned several years, reportedly caused harm to more than a dozen women, and his behavior has since been the subject of a French investigation. Despite the personal pain, Evangelista's career continued to flourish, but the impact of her marriage to Marie lingered. As she worked hard to build her professional legacy, the emotional toll of the relationship became evident. In 1993, Evangelista filed for divorce from Marie, severing ties with a man who had been both a mentor and, as it would later be revealed, a manipulator. In 2011, another significant chapter of Evangelista's personal life played out publicly. She filed for a child support order against French billionaire François-Henri Pinault, with whom she had a child in 2006. Pinault, the CEO of Catharines, a luxury goods conglomerate, had been kept out of the public eye as the father of Evangelista's son, Augustine James. In 2011, after months of legal proceedings, Evangelista sought $46,000 a month in child support, citing his wealth and ability to provide financial support for their child. Pinault, who was married to actress Salma Hayek at the time, contested the amount, leading to a highly publicized court battle. The case was eventually settled in 2012, with both parties reaching an amicable agreement. Evangelista's personal life, full of both triumphs and heartaches, paints a complex picture of a woman who, despite her supermodel status, faced struggles that many may not have expected. Her experiences with marriage and motherhood, alongside the challenges of navigating the fashion industry, contributed to her multifaceted legacy. In 2015, Linda Evangelista made what seemed like a routine decision in the beauty-obsessed world she had dominated for decades. She underwent cool sculpting, a popular fat-freezing procedure marketed as a non-invasive alternative to liposuction. For someone whose image had long been synonymous with perfection, it was supposed to be a simple maintenance choice, one more tool to keep her aligned with the industry's unforgiving standards. But instead of erasing fat, the treatment set off a nightmare that would alter not only her body, but her career and her sense of self. The procedure triggered a rare and devastating side effect called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, PAH. Instead of shrinking, the treated areas expanded and hardened into visible masses. Where she had sought contouring, she was left with bulging, immovable lumps. "I became unrecognizable," Evangelista later confessed, describing the shock of watching her body morph in ways she never anticipated. The condition was not just cosmetic. The hardened masses left her in constant physical discomfort, altering her posture and making everyday movements difficult. Clothes no longer fit, and mirrors became her enemy. For a woman who had built a career on visibility, Evangelista suddenly felt she had no choice but to retreat from the world. She began living in near seclusion, haunted by the fear of being seen. Desperate to reverse the damage, she underwent 2 rounds of liposuction, grueling surgeries that offered no relief. The bulges remained, a permanent reminder of a treatment gone horribly wrong. The parent company of Cool Sculpting, Allergan, reportedly offered to cover additional corrective procedures, but the offer came with strings attached. A confidentiality agreement that would silence her. Evangelista refused. Choosing truth over silence, she decided instead to go public. In 2021, she filed a $50 million lawsuit against the company, citing disfigurement, pain, and lost wages. For years, she had been unable to work. The industry that once celebrated her had no place for the altered figure she was forced to live in. The lawsuit wasn't just about money. It was about reclaiming her voice after being pushed into the shadows. What made Evangelista's ordeal so shocking was not only the physical transformation, but the emotional toll of isolation and shame. Once one of fashion's most visible icons, she became a cautionary tale of beauty culture's hidden dangers. In refusing to stay silent, she transformed personal tragedy into a broader conversation about transparency, accountability, and the true costs of cosmetic procedures. Linda Evangelista's journey is a testament to resilience in the face of both personal and professional adversity. As one of the most celebrated supermodels of all time, her career was marked by iconic achievements, from gracing over 700 magazine covers to working with the most prestigious designers and photographers of her time. Evangelista helped define the supermodel era, shaping the industry with her striking versatility and impeccable professionalism. She was not just a face in fashion, but an influential force that elevated the status of models across the globe. However, her life off the runway has been fraught with challenges. Evangelista's personal struggles, including a troubled marriage to Gerard Marie and the heartache of a painful cosmetic procedure gone wrong, have at times overshadowed her fame. The Cool Sculpting procedure, which left her with lasting physical consequences, marked a low point in her life and forced her into reclusiveness. Despite the emotional and physical toll, Evangelista's story reflects her strength and determination to reclaim her identity, even when faced with difficult circumstances. While she may no longer dominate the runway, Evangelista's legacy remains firmly entrenched in the fashion industry. Her impact continues to resonate, both for her groundbreaking work as a supermodel and her candidness in confronting personal challenges. Today, Linda Evangelista stands as a symbol of transformation, not only in her career, but in her ability to overcome personal adversity, proving that her influence is not limited to her appearance, but to her lasting imprint on the world of fashion.